How do you feel about Charleston White? Because let me say, when I first seen the headlines about you, that was the first thing I thought of. Was like, okay, because Charleston White is always, he kind of wants to see people locked up.
Yeah. Right. So, okay. So like we're like, I kind of like hop off like Charleston, like for example, right? So like, and his message in terms of bro, like there's this specific group of people in our community as like African Americans, though, right? We are out here worshiping this particular group of people. And this group right here are responsible for 75% of the crime going on in our communities. So fuck them. That message, I can applaud and say, cool. But where I fall off the Charleston White bandwagon is when he is going out of his way to instigate, right? Engage these people with the intention of calling the police, right? He even says, listen, I can't wait to send a gang member like you to jail, right? So when he is out here like going into these interactions and like instigating and taunting like gang members, right? Trying to get them locked up, that's where I fall off, right? Because listen up.
That's kind of what he did to King Yella recently, right? He called his daughter ugly. And he kind of said some other things that I'm not even going to repeat about his daughter.
Yeah, of course.
And then King Yella hopped on, I don't know if his YouTube channel, but he hopped on video.
Yeah.
And was like, when I heard you coming to Vegas, and I'm basically going to get at you when I see you.
Yeah.
And so Charleston White calls his parole officer, tries to get in touch with his parole officer.
Right. Here, bro. So again, like that right there was like obviously like wrong, right? Because again, man, if you're saying that this dude like daughter is this word and that word and like that word, bro, stand on that, right? So he's going into it looking to trick these gang members and get them locked up. However, right, we cannot excuse stupidity. King Yella knew beforehand that Charleston White was prone to calling the police, right? Charleston White has given them way too many examples of him instigating and calling the police afterwards, right? So if a nigga like King Yella sees like Charleston White and his history of calling the police, and he's still scrunching up his lips to threaten Charleston White on camera, I can't feel no pity for like a dude like King Yella, man. Not one.
Charleston White says a lot of things about a lot of people. Even a lot of inaccurate things about people, And so I feel like he's like a little sensitive for all the chaos because he causes so much chaos that it's like, you know what I'm saying? Someone says they're going to smack you and you go calling their parole officer.
Here, right? So the question is though, right? So who do you think that like gives like Charleston White his power? Who?
All the people that pay attention to him.
Exactly. And like those are like, for example, right? Civilians, like we found like we like find him funny, but like we're not out here like watching and like all of his shit, right? It's the street niggas who are opposing him or folks who are opposing his like ideology. They're the ones who are like giving him clout, right? Right? Like, so like, if guys are seeing, like this guy right here, he's clearly, now I don't, again, and he has said, like he's an agent, he's a police. I don't know for sure if like he's an agent. But if Charleston White has been very clear of his job is to get as much as you niggas like in jail, if he's been open with that, why do you think that like guys like King Yella are still engaging with him? And also too, bro, like what comes to mind for these guys, right? To where they can like pick up a phone and look in the camera and open up the lips and like make a threat while being on probation. How stupid do you have to be, right? So like, I don't even like blame Charleston White, right? Because again, man, bro, like there will always be an agent of chaos in every industry, right? There will always be but that one Negro who is just there to cause havoc, cause chaos, and fuck shit up. But if you notice and you allow it, then at some point we like take the blame off Charleston White and redirect it back to niggas like King Yella who are engaging with him on a fucking street level.
Charleston White will also get mad at people for calling him a snitch.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Damn.
That's the crazy part about it, right? Because he's always defending himself. He's always saying, "Well, there's no paperwork on me snitching."
Well, like also too though, like, right? So like, I think Wack100 like said it right. So like Wack100 said, "Yo, like
Wack100 destroyed Charleston White." At least I thought so.
Yes, right. So yeah, right. So I think right, like the Wack100 and Charleston like White shit, right? I think Charleston White like was on like Clubhouse saying how like he was like gonna like how he used to rape like white bitches, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So if somebody can say that openly, they're obviously a madman. Now, in terms of snitching, Wack100 say, "Yo, listen, like civilians can't snitch," meaning like, "Yo, bro, like if that man ain't no street nigga, if he wasn't like put on, right? If he was just like friends with a bunch of like gang members and street dudes, right? And like y'all did something together, yo, bro, like he's not no gangster, right? Like he's yo, like if that man is a civilian still, right? Meaning like if he never got like jumped into a gang, got put on, if he's just like a normal guy who's just hanging around and some shit go down and they tell, that's not a snitch, right? So back to Charleston White.
Hold on. Let me stop you because I definitely disagree. And let me tell you why. Mm-hmm. If you're hanging around gangsters, mm-hmm. you're hanging around street dudes, you're hanging around criminals, mm-hmm. and some shit happens, mm-hmm. I feel like you can't just be like, oh, now I'm a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew you shouldn't be hanging around gangsters if you don't want to abide by some sort of street code. That's just my opinion, man.
So
you know.
So a question, right? So okay, so like, what's my job and duty as a civilian?
To live a normal life like a civilian. So if you live in a normal life,
mm-hmm.
you going to work, you're not involved in any criminal activity, you're mm-hmm. not hanging around criminals. That's cool. That's a civilian. Yeah. But if you're like this civilian, but you're still like trying to hang around a bunch of criminals, are you really a civilian? No, you're not a civilian. You're hanging around criminals. Even though if you're not committing the crime, you still know what's going on. You know they're committing crimes. You shouldn't be around it.
Nah, right. So like, I feel like though, right? Again, like so, as a civilian, my job is to do whatever I can to better society, right? Civilization, though, right?
Okay.
Right. So, even if I made a mistake by hanging around with gang members and gangbangers, right, and getting caught up, yo, I never got put on. I ain't never got jumped in, right? I ain't part of the set. I'm still a civilian. So my duty at heart is still to do what's better for civilization. So if I get caught up with some like a body happened, yo, my duty is still to do what's best for what? Society, right? So I gotta tell that, bro. You feel me? Now listen, I feel like all street dudes though should understand that and stop bringing around regular folks. You feel me? Bro, like, listen, it's under no circumstances should a regular guy like myself or like Charleston White be in any like proximity to any crime being done. None. You know?
I agree with that part.
Yeah, man.
Definitely, man. If you're a civilian, stay away from the crimes, man. Because then you ain't got to worry about being a snitch or going to jail. If you know damn well you don't want to go to jail and you're scared to go to jail, mm-hmm. or maybe not even just scared, you just know that that's not the place for you,
yeah, you
should definitely just stay away from gangsters as much as possible. Stay away from street dudes as much as possible.
I'm terrified of jail, man. That's why, bro, listen, man, I'm super terrified of jail. Like, can you imagine, like, jail? Yo, like, you go to, like, a place, right, where it's filled with, like, the most dangerous, like just like the like rejects, right? and you're put in a room for 23 hours a day, how do you operate? Right, so bro, I'm just like, just terrified, Joe. Right, so for me, bro, like, I do everything I can, bro, to live a like straight and narrow life, man. To come here and go home, man. You feel me?
I hear you, definitely,
Yeah,
man.
man. I want no issues with Joe.
So I also seen one of the headlines you made. You had some disagreements with Wack100.
Yes.
What all happened with that?
All right, right. So first off, man, I love Wack100, right? I think Wack voice is needed, right? Now,
I like what Wack does too, man.
Yeah, right. So now, like me and like Wack issues, I guess not really like issues, right? But Wack blocked me on Clubhouse like before I even like started working here, right? Now I think
before you started working here.
Yeah, right.
How'd that happen?
So I think he blocked me because like he heard I was like uploading like the Clubhouse clips to like my like YouTube page and profiting off of it. So I guess like that's why he blocked me, right? But hey, right. So the Wack and me like disagreement happened, all right? When Wack and Big U was going through it. Now Wack came on to like air out, in his piece. So like me, like bro, like I'm just like great at bro, like if something like look, like if a conversation or shit don't make sense, I'm gonna ask the question, right? Wack is just like he's like conditioned of like, bro, like I want to speak. I'm about to like spin this fucking room, right? So Wack was expecting to come here on home turf and just speak and unopposed, right? But some of the things like Wack was saying about like being mad at Gilly Kid and Wallow, it didn't make sense to me, right? So I gave him some moderate, respectful pushback. He called me a bitch civilian, man, but hey, man, I love Wack100, man. So so hopefully Wack can take it, like too wrong,
Well, that's what's up, man. Well, hopefully.
Yeah. Yo, hopefully Flakko ain't looking around looking for like Pirus, right? Hopefully Flakko is safe, man.
I hope you're safe also, man. You definitely got some interesting takes, man.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you,
man,
taking the time, man. This was dope.
Yo, listen, bro. Like, I love your channel, man. I watch some big interviews, man. It's just like a fucking blessing, like just a pleasure, man. Like knowing that I'm about to be a part of Capone's catalog, man. It's gonna be great, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
Yes, for sure.